This has been an absolutely insane week for the world of Destiny. Quite honestly, this has probably been the best week of news, the best showcase for Destiny that Bungie has ever put out. We got all kinds of insane new information, stuff like Destiny 2 going free to play for the base game, it coming to Steam, the Google Stadia is going to get access to Destiny 2. We've got the implementation of CrossSave coming in the future, a brand new expansion titled Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, and even a look at what's going to be coming beyond that. What's going on, Guardians? My name is the Black Link, and the Season of Opulence, being a season filled with the greed of the Emperor, has certainly led to a wealth of information about the game we all know and love. And in this video, we're going to be covering a lot of the biggest bits of information we got this week, stuff from the Bungie livestream where they showed a lot of this stuff off, as well as the Bungie Vidoc where we got to see even more into the future of Destiny 2. And man, it's almost kind of hard to pick a specific place to start this video off with, but we'll start with some of the biggest bits of information. Now, if you've missed any of these revelations, maybe you weren't around for the live stream, you didn't see the Vidoc, I'll have links to all of the sources for all of this stuff we're going to talk about in the description box below. Let's go ahead and dive on into it. First things first, Destiny 2 is indeed going free to play. This is coming in the form of what they're calling Destiny 2 New Light. And starting on September 17th, 2019, it's going to revolutionize the way new players are experiencing the world of Destiny 2. Basically, Destiny New Light is going to be the free-to-play version of Destiny 2 that's going to contain everything from the first year of Destiny 2. It's going to incorporate the original story, Curse of Osiris, as well as Warmind. But it's also going to have some additional things for you as well. If you're a new player to Destiny 2, you're actually going to experience a different start than the rest of us did. You're getting a brand new remade version of the very first mission, Eyes Up Guardian, from Destiny 1. And in addition to the Year 1 DLCs being packaged in with the free-to-play version of the game, you're also going to get access to in-game content like the Crucible and Gambit. This is going to be available across all of the platforms, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 4, so no Guardians are going to be left out of the new free-to-play experience. And additionally, they're also kind of changing the way you work with seasons moving forward. From now on, DLC, whether that be annual pass content like the Season of the Drifter, Season of Opulence, which is going on right now, and stuff like the expansion, Shadowkeep, which we'll talk about in just a bit, is going to be standalone, meaning you can purchase it bit by bit. With the annual pass that we had this year, basically you bought Black Armory, the Season of the Drifter, and the Season of Opulence as one, $30 pack. In the future, you'll be able to buy individual seasons. Meaning, if you saw the forges and the grind to unlock them and you were like, nah chief, that ain't it. But say you're all about Gambit Prime and you love the story behind the Drifter, you would no longer have to purchase Black Armory as a part of that annual pass in order to get access to the Season of the Drifter. Moving forward, you're just going to be able to purchase whatever season you want. So say you skip Season 7 and 8, but Season 9 has a brand new activity that you want to play, you'll just be able to purchase Season 9 on its own and still be able to play that content. You're not going to miss out on anything. Fantastic change. And the same thing can be said for the incoming DLC, Shadowkeep. You actually don't even need to own Forsaken in order to play that new DLC, which is an incredibly consumer-friendly way to move forward. I think this is a fantastic move for Bungie to take Destiny into the future, just giving you the base experience and some in-game stuff for free, while charging for that premium content like Shadowkeep and Forsaken that's going to keep players coming back for more with the additional seasons and brand new content. And moving on from there, not only is Destiny New Light going to be available for everyone on every platform free to play, you're going to be able to play with one account across all of those platforms moving forward. That's right, Guardians, CrossSave is finally coming to the world of Destiny 2. Set to launch, I do believe, in September along with Shadowkeep, so September 17th, 2019, CrossSave is going to become available. So if you've got an account on PS4 that you've been playing with, but you really want to buy the game on PC, but good lord, you do not want to go through that grind to get all your stuff back on PC, well, coming soon, you're going to be able to take that PS4 character, play it on Xbox and PC, wherever you own the game, you'll be able to play with one unified account. Now, there is going to be a process set forward for this, where if you've already got multiple accounts like me, if you've bought the game on Xbox and PS4 and PC, you're not going to be able to merge all those characters into one. You're going to pick one account that you want to move forward with. And Bungie's going to have an entire webpage dedicated to that process, giving you a full FAQ on how to get it done and helping players through it. This is another amazing change. Apparently, it's something Bungie actually wanted to do with the launch of Destiny 2, but they couldn't for, and I quote, capital R reasons. But it's an amazing change. I love playing this game on PC. It's by far the best experience for Destiny 2. But I have a lot of friends who still play on PS4 and wish that I was still on that platform. And I wish I was still on that platform too, so that I could go run raids and stuff with them. But I'm not going to go back and play on PS4 and have to rerun through all of the story bits and content that I haven't done since year 1 of D2. So this is a fantastic change for me. And with Destiny going free to play across all platforms, if you have a PC that can run it, then September is definitely going to be the time for you to jump over to that platform and experience what this game is like at 60 FPS with 100 FOV and beyond. Definitely another massive, fantastic change. But the third bit of major news is, of course, the confirmation of the incoming fall DLC, Shadowkeep. And oh boy, do we have a lot of stuff to talk about here, Guardians. Of course, we got a trailer for this, we got a full Vidoc for it, and a live stream where we learned a bunch of information about the incoming DLC. As a quick rundown for the story, we're returning to the moon. That's right, I hope you've been missing those helium filaments because you're about to farm a bunch more. This DLC is going to feature the return of Eris Morn, a character we haven't seen since the end of The Taken King, who is enlisting our help in taking on what looks to be the return of several villains from a new, mysterious structure on Mars. And I don't know about you, Guardians, but that all sounds great to me, and we've learned a lot of little bits of information. The trailer there shows the return of quite a few familiar faces. You get to see some silhouettes of bosses like Skolos from the Prison of Elders way back in House of Wolves, Gaul from the original Destiny 2 story, and even the perennial son of Oryx himself, Crota. This DLC looks like it's going to be bringing back a lot of familiar faces and mixing them with new challenges. I do believe we even get to see the Hive Abomination, real name Fogoth the Untamed. So it's likely we're going to be treading through old territory and new territory as well, as the moon map has been made twice as large. We're going to have twice as much space to explore, which really gets me excited. I love the lunar surface back in Destiny 1. That was one of the places I would go just to go take screenshots. So I'm really happy we're going to be heading back to that familiar world space. We also get a very quick hit at what may be a new enemy faction, potentially even tied to the darkness itself. You know, the big space Doritos we've been waiting on. There's one really quick scene with what looks to be a shade of Crota, or I suppose something akin to the old Sworn Princes, where it's a knight with his sword still plunged into the ground, but he's surrounded by shadowy ghost-like figures. Now there's been plenty of speculation that these figures may be the spirits of Eris's lost fire team, or representatives of the darkness itself. Either way, it's going to be really interesting to see what that winds up leading to. The Vidoc also showed off some radical incoming changes to both the armor and the mod system, titled Armor 2.0. This is probably one of the most exciting changes that's coming in. Put simply, basically, you're going to be able to take whatever armor you like and then customize the mods and abilities that are on them. Let's say you've got a favored bit of armor. You guys know for me, it's the Year 1 Future War Cult Warlock chest piece, that big duster style jacket. But it doesn't have the machine gun scavenger perk that I like to use. Or, you know, something like unflinching hand cannon or anything like that. Well, moving on with Armor 2.0, you're going to be able to unlock the perks and set the perks that you want on the armor you want to use. And we get a very quick look at that in the Vidoc itself. It's not shown off for too long, but it is a great indication of where this is going in the future, tying in with something else Bungie said during the Vidoc, that they want this game to be more RPG-like. They want to kind of lean in and finally embrace that MMO style of gameplay, with character customization and min-maxing and stats and whatnot, that they may have been avoiding for quite some time, and that could not make me any happier, Guardians. Additionally, in this part, we also get to see a seasonal artifact with its own perks tied to it, which may indicate that the artifact system from Destiny 1 might be returning sometime in the future. Of course, all of this stuff is well in advance. This isn't coming out until September, so all of this stuff is subject to change. But it's very interesting to see the types of customization we may have access to in just a few months. Very exciting stuff here. Additionally, we also get to see a very quick look at some incoming stats as well. Again, this might be subject to change, but we get a screenshot showing intellect, discipline, and strength from D1 may be coming back. And hopefully along with them will be some greatly reduced cooldowns for abilities, melees, and grenades. Alright, moving on, we're getting a brand new finishing blow type system. We don't really get too much information on how it's going to work, but basically each of the main Guardian classes, Hunter, Titan, Warlock, are going to have different finishing blows that are going to be kind of like powerful melee attacks that you'll be able to activate against enemies. And they show a Titan doing like a gigantic Superman punch against an enemy. It's great. Moving on, we also got a great new look at some exotic gameplay. We get this new, still in production, heavy exotic bow, a brand new exotic trace rifle that provides an interesting ability of creating new crit spots on the enemies that you're firing at, making it easier for your fire team members to land bonus damage. They also show off a brand new exotic hand cannon with a massive scope that kind of functions like a hand cannon sniper, dealing big damage per shot with a lower rate of fire. But apparently the gun can overheat right now, so if you keep firing it too much, it actually starts to burn you a little bit. Although again, they go to note in the video that this might change at the time of release. It's a lot of really interesting and creative stuff that seems to be in the pipeline in terms of exotics, but it doesn't mean that we don't have some classics coming back too. We also get a great look at the Monte Carlo, a D1 returning exotic auto rifle within the Vidoc as well. And hopefully this time when they bring it back, you'll actually be able to use the bayonet. Moving on, we've got a few old PvP maps returning. Stuff like Twilight Gap and Widow's Court were shown off within the Vidoc. And in a big change, it looks like we might actually be getting a 3v3 Elim type game mode back as well. And I'm sure the Sweats were super happy to hear that one. Additionally, some of the D2 Year 1 raids like Leviathan, Eater of Worlds, and Spire of Stars will be getting their loot pools updated and also will include matchmaking at some point in time in the future. And we even get word on where the raid in Shadowkeep is going to be taking place. Guardians, we're heading back to the Black Garden. We get a very quick couple of clips here from the Black Garden, and even a potential sneak peek at some of the armor that you might be earning from the activity. But that particular bit of lore right there, that particular bit of information has got me really excited. Since we really haven't mentioned the heart of the Black Garden since way back in the original story for Destiny 1, and hopefully we'll be continuing off of that path to go fight whatever's really been going on in that segregated world space. Either way, Guardians, the future is looking real bright. But anyways, there we go, Guardians. That's some of the biggest revelations that I can think of from the past day that we learned about from Bungie in their live stream as well as from the Vidoc. There's other little bits of information. Destiny 2 on PC is moving over to Steam, which is where you'll be launching when all of these changes go into effect. There's going to be, of course, a new dungeon provided sometime within the future of Shadowkeep as well. And there's probably going to be even more information coming out as we get closer to E3. But I think this video has gone on long enough. That is it for the wrap-up, Guardians. And those are my thoughts on everything we got to learn. Be sure to leave me yours down in the comment section below. And please, if you haven't already, go check out the Vidoc. Go watch the live stream. Dado held a Q&A session afterwards that was pretty illuminating, to say the least. He brought up some really important topics, and we get even more information about what's coming next. Make sure you check all that stuff out. There will be links to it down in the description box below. But that's going to be it for this one, Guardians. Thank you all so much for watching. If you were to ask me, I'd have to say, the future of Destiny has never looked brighter. And I cannot wait to see where this franchise goes next. But I'm out for now. As always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.